Yeah, hi. So back to the our session 2 on Ajax. So as of now, we might be it on somewhat about Ajax basics. Fine. The same way we move into the next session. So in a session, we are going to see how to do the Ajax. Okay. So form of by using JavaScript and by using jQuery. By using JavaScript, by using jQuery. So which method is preferable in a live? Okay, so the method which we prefer to go with is jQuery, not with JavaScript. So why not with JavaScript? Okay, why we are moving into jQuery? Okay, so let's see. First of all, we'll discuss the both of the methodologies, then you may get it on. Okay, which method is the best from your end? Okay, so let's see. So we have some of the resources. You can go ahead and you can collect those examples from those. So you might be experienced, right, with the W3C schools. W3 schools. So from here we can go and we can see the lot of examples of our Ajax. Okay, fine. Let's see. First of all, Ajax. Okay, so how we will do the Ajax? Okay, they given one example. So change the content. When I click on, I'm getting the dynamic data. I'm getting the dynamic data. One of example is from W3C schools. Okay, W3C schools. So now we'll see, okay, how to create a XML HTTP request object, okay, how to do with the JavaScript, how to do with the jQuery. We'll discuss this step now. So first of all, I'm going to the one small example. Okay, so create the Ajax, and one more thing, to do the Ajax we require one server, that is XAMPP, so you can download the XAMPP from anywhere. Okay, so you can download it, it's a free version. Okay, no need to worry about anything. Okay, XAMPP server, you can download it and you can install, but please note, while you are installing, so please stop all the server applications like Skype or like Dreamviewer, sorry, not Dreamviewer, TeamViewer. Okay, so stop all and download it, and once you get download, you will get control panel like this, XAMPP control panel. Once you got this control panel, just start. Okay, so once get it one as a start, so how to test whether it is started or whether it is running or not? So simple, go with your browser and hit it as local host, hit it as local host, in the sense, so when you got local host and the XAMPP server, so in the sense your server is working. So let's cross check. I'm stopping the server now, hitting to the my browser as local host. Okay, do you see we are not getting anything, right? In the sense, once our server gets start only, we can get the XAMPP server files. Okay, now again it gets started automatically, rather than reloading myself, automatically gets updated, rather than get updated. Fine, so well and good. So in the sense, so to run our XAMPP server, sorry, to run our Ajax, so we mandatory need server, either it is the IA server, either it is XAMPP, or whether it is Apache, whatever, that's up to you. Okay, but mandatory we need one server, but I prefer to go with XAMPP because it's very easy, right? So simply control panel, we can just start and stop. Fine. So now again coming to our program, so see in this program what they're doing. So when we click on, they're calling a one method. So we already discussed JavaScript, you might be aware it on how to write a calling a method on a button click, right? So now, so we are writing the on click and loading the document, sorry, loading the function and calling the function. So when I call this one, so the function get call. Okay, so let's see each and every step. Okay, so first of all, okay, so we mandatory need to know, okay, some of the things. Okay, what are the things? The request state and response state, okay, and status. Request state, response states, we need to know that one. Okay, so fine, let's see. So here I told you, right, so the main beauty with our client side or our browser to server get communicated by the XML HTTP request object. XML HTTP request object. I forgot to say some history about Ajax. So the Ajax is developed and maintained by the Google. Developed and maintained by the Google. Fine. So based on that one, so we have a lot of application the same way. So if you are ever it on Angular, the Angular also running internally the Ajax concept. The internally the Ajax concept. Okay, fine. So back to the our program. So what we have? XML HTTP request object. Initially I am just checking, okay, whether I am having the XML HTTP request object or not. Okay, so why we need to check whether we have XML HTTP request object or not? Because the old browsers, okay, the old browsers like IE6 and IE5, so those kind of the browsers, so they are not having the XML request object. Okay, XML HTTP request object. So in that case, so we used to go with our ActiveX object. So in that case, what we will use? ActiveX object. In the sense, if you see the block of code, so first of all we are checking whether we have XML HTTP request object or not. If we have, we are initiating the variable as XML HTTP request object. So or else we are initiating the ActiveX object. ActiveX object, fine. So leave about this one. This will get executed. So the next one, it goes to this area. Okay, I mean this function. So in the sense, as of now we got the XML request object is into, okay, XHTTP. Then we are calling the method open because we used to go with get the data. We used to go with get the data. So how will get the data in the sense? So we have two posting or two getting methods. One is a post, one is get. One is post, another one is get. Post in the sense posting the data to the server. Posting the data to the server. In the sense, while you used to go with the registration pages, so we'll enter the data, we'll click on the submit. In that case also, without reloading the page, we'll get the response, right? Without reloading the data, we're getting the response. So in that case, we used to go with post method in Ajax. So in some case, okay, in a login pages, so when you enter the data, username and password, immediately without reloading the page, we'll get the, okay, data. In the sense, we're getting the data. In the sense, so getting the data from server is called get method. Okay, so passing the data or posting the data from client to server is called post. So those will specify when you are calling the our request. Okay, when you are calling the request. Fine, we done. Next one, so on which file we need to get the data? I mean, I just URL, it's just URL on which file we need to get the data. So that's what we'll specify in this URL section. In this URL section, the total theme of our send method is http, okay, dot open. So here we'll specify the method. Okay, so what kind of method? So whether it is our post or get. Next one, URL. Next one, okay, asynchronous or synchronous. Asynchronous or synchronous. When you specify to go with the true, automatically it allocates it as asynchronous. When you specify it as false, it goes to the synchronous format. It goes to the synchronous format. So when you call this one, or when you write this one, so automatically itself it will call the method as on state change. On state change itself it will call on state change. In the sense, I call this one, okay, then request will send to this URL. So in a form of asynchronous and synchronous. Okay, so when you calling this one, automatically itself will call this on ready state change function. So in this on ready state function, okay, in on ready state function, this code will execute in a what format? Okay, what is this 4, what is this 200, what is this response? Okay, we will see. So for an example, again coming to this example, so now, so just assume as of now, yeah, so this is one as request, this one as request, and this one as response. This one as response. So when you send the request, okay, when you send the request, so we might be have some issues, right? In the sense, so we are passing or we are requesting the server, but we given server data or server URL as wrong. In the sense, it will connect or not. So it won't be connect, right? Because the server path is wrong. Okay, server path is wrong. So see the feasibilities. So at what case our request get fails. Okay, at what case our request get fails. So those what will get the in a format of 0 to 4 values. Okay, in those case you will get the values as 0 to 4 values. In the sense, first object is created but not initiated. Object is created but not initiated, in the sense because there is no server. Because there is no server, or of course sometimes we might be have server, but server has been stopped. Okay, server has been stopped. So those things will specify with 0. Okay, so next step will be written 1 in the sense, yes, server is found, it's loading. Next one, okay, 2 in the sense it's loaded, I mean it's get connected. Next one, interactive in the sense, so it's checking the data. Okay, so whether I'm having the file or not. Okay, it's just checking the data. So next, finally, if the 4 in the sense, yes, it's completed, I mean, so we completed the request. In the sense, so what we'll get, so assume this is the client and this is a server. So we'll request the, okay, some data, so it will connect it. So the connecting and getting the, okay, so response or validating the response will get in a format of 0 to 4 values. 0 to 4 values. Okay, that's simple. Fine. So as of now, what we did, so we have the server, sorry, we have the client and we have the server. So we connected it, so by sending the request. So the next step is, so when we send the request, we need response, right? We need the response. So the response also will be written in a format of, okay, different values. What are those different values? Okay, so in a max case, in a live, we'll get the, okay, so 3 errors. One is 200, 404 and 500. Okay, we'll get the error message or status as 200 or 404 or 500. What is this 200? What is this 404? Okay, I mean to say, so first of all, so we might be average on what is 404. 404 in the sense page not found. Okay, I mean, so we requested the file, of course it's process and the process has been completed, but okay, the process is completed in the sense the searching has been completed, the result is there is no file. So in the sense, so in then we will get the 404. Then we will get the 404. So in the sense there is no file. Okay, so what is the next error? 500. In the sense we have the file. I'm accepting we have the file, but you don't have the, okay, permissions to access that file. You don't have the permissions to access that file. So in that case, what we'll get? 500. In the sense, simply what we can say, so another access, okay, or restricted access. So we'll get the 500 error. Next one, 200. 200 in the sense we have the file, you have the access, you can use it. In the sense, simply we can say yes, I'm accepted. I mean simply okay. So that's what meaning of our 200. So in sense, finally what we need to know, so we need to know the 200 is getting or not, okay, in a form of, okay, status. Okay, the same way on ready state should be 4. So that's what we required it. So on ready state should be 4 and status should be 200. So that's what we need to know when you used to go with or when you call the your request. So let's see again our W3C examples. Okay, so that's why here also they're checking the state should be 4 and status should be 200. When you got it, the response will be either it is a text format, in the sense when you calling the text file, you should use to go with response.txt, because so in the same format we will get the different states. I mean, so we'll get the response text, response XML. In the sense, text we used to go with either HTML or text, or XML we used to go with either JSON and XML. In this, so we'll get the response in a mostly 2 formats. One is a text format, another one is, okay, XML format. Okay, that's simple. So in a sense, so as of now these guys are calling the text format, so that's why they got in a response in a text format. And we know this one, right, in our HTML, in a JavaScript, in the sense we are writing the content in a id called demo. Okay, id called demo. So that's simple, we'll get the response, we'll write the content into this one, right? So this is what the running of our, okay, Ajax by using JavaScript, by using JavaScript. It's a very easy. Okay, so but thing is we should good at the flow of our process, flow of our process. Okay, so fine, so we'll see this one with example in the same session. Okay, so in the sense we'll run this program. Okay, as of now what I suggest you to go with, so again I'm repeating you, so we need a XAMPP server to run our program. You can google it and you can download it. Okay, so just once you download it, just start the control panel, okay, and start your Apache. Once you start it, okay, go in your browser and hit it as localhost. Once you got this one, then only our server is working fine. Okay, so then, so as per our PPT and as per our structure, I mean with this WCC example, just follow the same format, you will get the data, you will get the data. So now I would like to run this program, I would like to run this program. The simple thing, so you just go through the C folder, I mean, so wherever you installed the XAMPP software. Okay, in the sense you may be installed right in a C folder or D folder. So but go through the XAMPP folder and then htdocs, create your folder here. For example, I'm saving it as US batch. Okay, saving it as US batch. Fine. Now, so I'm going to this folder structure. We know, right, when you're used to go with our any of the project, we mandatory need to follow the folder structure. Done. So next, write in the sample program, write in the sample program. So as of now I'm just copying the same program, so saving here the program. Where I need to save it now? Into our folder only. First of all it should be index.html, index.html. Done. Okay, now I'm directly running rather than server, rather than server. Click on inspect element. Okay, click on console. So see, when I click on, I'm getting the error, right? So cross origin request, in the sense without using server, if you are trying to access that one, you will get this error, you will get this error. Now we will try with our server. Okay, now we will try with our server. So simply just go through the localhost slash your folder name. Okay, so I told you right multiple times, that is by default it will load the index.html. So that's why we are not specified index.html, we directly got it the index.html. The same way I'm going to the console. Now click 404, 404, because there is no file name it as ajaxinfo.txt. Now I will write out. So going to this, okay, I'm writing here ajax underscore info dot txt. So I'm writing here h1 or regular text format. I'm writing Venkat. I'm writing Venkat ch. Now save this one. Refresh. Change the content. We got it. Okay, but this is a separate file, right? ajaxinfo.txt. If you see the folder structure again, so there is an index.html, but when you click on the text, we are getting the Ajax info data, whatever data it is. For example, I'm writing something like sincere, okay, or for example, I'm going to get ch, right, some data. So when I saved it, so again you can refresh, click on, we're getting the data. So anytime whatever data has been updated, okay, update the data. So now again click it, we're getting the data, we're getting the data. But so the problem with Ajax, what was that? When you refresh, again it goes to the beginning. Yes, it's going to the beginning, right? Okay, the same way when I save it as bookmark, so am I get the my dynamic data? No, because the same data, right, I mean same URL. When I change it out also the same URL, then how can I know this one whether I got this data or not from the third person? It's not possible, right? So that's what some of the drawbacks of our Ajax. Somewhat drawbacks of our Ajax. So I hope you got it. So again I'm explaining it. Okay, so just I didn't do anything special. So I'm just copy pasted the same program. Okay, but I'm updated some content in Ajax info.txt. Okay, I saved it. So again refresh or click on change content, will get the data. But we here we seen some of advantage, some of drawbacks of our Ajax. Fine, well and good. So as of now what we discussed something about Ajax, the way of running the program by using JavaScript. The same way we'll see how to make it by using jQuery. Okay, so no need to write this many of lines of code. It goes to the very easy. It goes to the very easy with our jQuery. Very easy with our jQuery. So how to get the data by using jQuery? So what is the hard or what is easy? Okay, in a JavaScript and jQuery Ajax. Okay, we'll see in the next session. So how to do with jQuery Ajax. Okay, so I hope you got it. So let's see.